What's up, people? Welcome, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the fun show, the shit show, whatever you want to call it. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I know I'm late. I'm trying to make a clip. I made a clip. I'm trying to find it. Twitch doesn't want to give it to me. Oi, oi, oi. Wait, is this alphabetical order? No, it's not, because it's not how that works. So what's up? What's up, people? How is life? How's all the stuff out there? Anything cool happening to you peoples? Can I search for this? Find something that's got... No, it's searching all of Twitch. Definitely not what I wanted to do. I want to search my clips. Search my clips. Search my clips. Well, that's crazy. Definitely did not want that to happen. Come on. I just made this clip. Not literally. Just made it. Why can't I? Okay, there's the clip. Don't want it to play. I want it to... There it is. Alright, cool. Alright. My phone's not charging. What kind of BS is this? No, not the app. Not the app, bro. I gotta do the interwebs. Show you my process. Made the clip on the computer just because it's easier to move this stuff around and do all that stuff. My screen brightness is like almost all the way down. It is. Oh, I guess it's the reflection of these lights on it. No, because when I just turn it down there. We'll do that. Go to, I got a Twitch tab open. I got it in desktop view. Because on the mobile view, it doesn't seem like I can see it. Or if it's there, I can't find it. Do that. Alright. So now. now. Clicking on the clips, my most recent right here. No, I don't want it to play. Share, how do I want to share it? I want to download it. Open, just to make sure it's downloaded and it's... Yep. Now I go to Instagrams. I go to the Instagrams. And then I just post it in here. So.
We can only blame ourselves. Oh, got close on me. Oh, and there's a Birdman.
I don't need to play while I do this. Tag some people. Tag Mr. Ozzy, even though he's on vacation. Tag the Zeddy, even though he's a busy man. It's good enough. Here we go. Again. It's another hump day. Need some motivation to get through the rest of the week. Stop by and say hi. Now. Clipboard. Pick of the stuff. Sounds good. Good enough. Alright. So let's get some gameplay going. Oh. I also got new headset. Well, new to me headset. Oh. We'll see how good it is. So good it's not working. Oh, is this thing busted? Oh, this might be busted completely. That sucks. I really enjoyed having this. It sucks. Gotta give me a new one of them. It's been a little while since I've done this, so I gotta figure out. Oh, yeah, I can just Velcro that over there. It's actually got a Velcro. I Velcro this to that. Yeah, there we go. That is good enough. I want to test something real quick. Check it, check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it. Check it, check it. Check it, 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 check it. Check it, check it, check it, check it, check it, check it, check it. How nice. So it seems like mic up and I'm muted. Cool. So I don't know what the sound. I'm probably have to mess up my settings a bit. What up, Mosen? Put that back on the mute. I'm back on
Hey, let's go already.
let's see, what are we gonna... What are we going to draw here?
Entropy is the natural order of
You know, let me...
I simply catalyze the process.
Introducing your champion.
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on, man? In the game?
Just started one.
Good for you.
You just come on and don't invite me.
I didn't
to
know that you
play.
were on.
Shit.
You got yourself hiding.
Stay out of my way.
Well, yeah, because
Hello? I can't hear you. Hello? Hello? I can't hear you.
Follow me and I'll cut you like a
Hello? 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 Hello?
They're not getting back up from that. That's one less kill I get, thanks. Oh, that's got a kick.
Hello? Hello? Hello. Hello? Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Hello? Maybe it's this headset or this controller's the problem. Hello? 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 I don't know what's going on here. What has happened? I can't leave the party chat either? What is going on to my Xbox? I have no idea. No idea what's happening. Not even a little bit. So while we wait for that, let's do this. I'll ink this clap trap. Actually, this is the right. I'll have to mess with this new headset. See if I can figure out what's happening. I can't. Are you kidding me? This is a brand new Xbox. Power it all the way down. Give it a second or two to restart. We'll get the ink and claptrap while we wait. It's a wonky ass arm. His hands are rough. You know, Kim might have drawn this. I don't know, I feel like I would have done more for the hands. I don't know. But we're gonna ink it anyway. Don't matter who drew it. Oh, that line's kind of wonky. We need a little bit of music. It's another thing. Sometimes with OBS open, all of my sound is super quiet. Other times it's super loud. I don't give a damn. Yo. Yeah, my Xbox like froze, or not really froze, like first the chat stopped working and I just couldn't hear you while I was playing the game, but I was playing fine. And then when I tried to, like, I thought maybe it was the headset, so I was like messing around with that, couldn't get anything, so I'm like, well, let me leave the party and rejoin the party. I wouldn't let me leave the party, and then once I had that screen open, I was maybe I was frozen on that screen, I forget. But anyways, I tried a couple of things and I got it to like restart, and it still like was all fucked up, and I got a warning saying like try again in a minute, like restart your console, and if this happens again, contact this number. But then I couldn't hit the restart button with the controller, it just wouldn't let me do anything, so I had to hold the power button and like hard shut it down. Yeah, so just like hold it for like the 10 seconds or whatever until it powers down, reboot it. Far too gone, far too gone. Redraw these goofy ass arms. So I'm in the lobby when you're done that game. Yeah, it seems like it's fine. Alright. Whatever. It seems like it's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm having issues with my box too. Just had to unplug it and like I'm not. Well, I am using it now, but I also switch controllers and stuff. I wasn't using it earlier because I couldn't get it to work. But now it seems like it's. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of recent. I've had some issues here and there with it, but yeah, usually just unplugging it, plugging it back in, it's fine. But bigger fucking problem is Zero, man. He's fucking just shows up like it's his, like he can just do what he wants. Whoops-a-daisy. Doing fucking swell, bro. Doing fucking swell. Sucks to be him, I guess. Alright, so I am sending the group an invite, and then you can just accept that when you're done, and Zero will already be here. I haven't heard that since Robin Williams. He was in a movie about that. That's, yeah. Robin Williams was in a movie where his son did that. He didn't actually die that way. Yeah. It was a normal ass suicide. Yeah. But yeah, he was in a movie where his son, he like walked in on his son a couple times like doing that, and he was like, oh don't do that, like it's super dangerous. And his son's like, Dad, get the fuck out of my room, Dad, like I don't care, Dad. And then like he comes home one day and his son's like dead from it, and so he like told everybody that like he killed himself. He like pulled his pants up and like hid the erotic part of it, and was just like he hung himself because he was bullied and stuff. And it's actually a pretty good movie. Like all these like wheels start turning in this town. Like people like they like looking at him like he's a hero for it and all this stuff. Like, and he's like writing a book and stuff, and everybody's like, oh, like you're so strong, and it's like you're such a good dad and da da da. Yep.
Are you ready to take a risk? Follow your dreams? Change your career? St. Joseph's University graduate degrees and certificates can help you make that.
I don't know, but I'll Google that. That's just that's like PG of the shit that I Google.
Answer questions and your application fee will be waived. Visit sju.edu/Spotify to register. That's
Robin Williams' son dies. Autoerotic. Oh man, I'm spelling shit wrong. This is like way off. Alright. Yeah, that's the real crime. Robin Williams movie son dies. It's like the fourth thing that popped up. World's Greatest Dad. Came out in 2009. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. Yeah, so he like hides everything. Like I think he like winds up writing a book. He's like I think he's a teacher at the school too. So like he's like in the community. People know him, so people like start like, oh, you're so strong, and like everybody's talking. Hey, yeah, he didn't. His son. I think his son was a bully. And I think he wrote a letter like that he was so tough being bullied or something. I don't know. But so after his son died, like everybody was like, oh, he's such a good guy. Da, da, da. And like it gets to the point where like he can't take it anymore. He's like, my son was a fucking jerk off. Like nobody liked him in life. Like everybody's just like talking all this shit now because he's dead. Like it's pretty interesting. Pretty good movie. Yeah. All right. Fucking guy just stopping by my house, telling me he's leaving his wife again. Work hard. I don't know, maybe he's like the new Pathfinder technology where they actually like put like a soul in a body, not just like a empty shell. I don't know. Yeah, there's probably like I mean, I know that there's a lot of lore to the game. There's probably something about it. No, I heard it was terrible. Sure. No, I don't care. Tell me. Tell me the spoilers. Ugh. Gross. Ugh, that's... I mean... I guess... There goes his love life. Like, he thought it was hard to pull chicks at the bar. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm ready for some good games. No. Yeah, here I bees. Here I bees. I am streaming tonight. Yeah, I just Monday was a very busy day, and I just like wasn't feeling up to it, and I should have said something like to you guys and to like my fans, but I just didn't even feel like doing that. Yeah, like I went. I mean, it wasn't like a terrible Monday. I went. I had some errands to run, and I ran the errands, and then I went to a couple thrift stores looking for like wall decor, wall art, that I can like paint over and like make custom wall art. I've seen some YouTubers do it, so I'm like, I might. I mean, I don't really have a style, but like, I could at least add like my original characters into it or something. I don't know. And I figured maybe it would be cool. Maybe be cool. I don't know. So I just a thrift store. Went to a couple thrift stores in Philly.
Vintage Poppy channel? Is that what you're watching? Vintage
What'd
Poppy.
you say, vintage what?
Vintage Poppy. You ever watch it?
No.
It's not a YouTube channel. It's our buddy's Instagram. He buys and sells like vintage.
I mean, how do you know he doesn't have
Because I looked for it and it doesn't exist.
What's he selling?
He like goes to
vintage.
Yeah, he goes to this like thrift store and buys like
Oh, okay.
old retro clothing.
Good old vintage Poppy, man.
Hook me up with that silk underwear, bro. Lot
I mean,
used.
yeah,
If you need it.
if it was
you
like
will get it.
1980s Ralph Lauren or something, it probably would sell that shit.
Probably. Not to me, but probably. But yeah, anyway, that dude goes to thrift stores, and he finds all kinds of, like, old technology and shit. It's pretty cool, but...
The train is here. It looks looted, but I see a purple-ass vest. Who wants my blue vest?
go ahead, Joe.
Body shield here. Level 2.
But,
Oh, slack fire.
the
The
thrift
bins
stores
are
in
also
my
coming out.
area.
Yeah. Another purple vest.
Grab that purple vest.
Shit,
Here,
I'm running. Fuck.
Oh,
If you-
my vest, you get it?
I'll get it. I'll get off the train.
Oh, it's on the
I'll get it
train?
off
It's
the-
on the train. I'll get it.
Yeah, I
No,
pinged that.
it's,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
here.
yeah.
bro.
I'm here. I thought it was in one of the bins. But yeah, like the thrift stores I go to,
No!
their
open your
technology.
bin.
Oh, you bitch ass bin. Their technology section is fucking
Yeah.
pathetic, dude. It'll have like, I see a toaster and some shitty old stereo or some shit. It's just
Oh, yeah.
lame.
Their electronics section blows for sure.
Some of them have like good shit sometime, but I don't know if all the good stuff just disappears quick, or if you just have to be at the right store.
I just
like
picked
in
up a pair
affluent
of. I don't know how well
area.
they work, but a pair of
Barrel stabilizer here. Level
HyperX Cloud Stingers for like $7. They go for like they go for like
I don't even know what that
$50
is.
or $60. I googled it when I saw
Oh, that's
it.
dope.
Wait, did you just pick up that barrel stabilizer I did? 0.
Oh, I didn't know you had dibsed it. I'll give it to you. Hold up.
0.
getting
Now
this.
you can have it. I'm just busting
I mean,
balls.
it was just an extra. I've already got one. I just
You
had.
need to pick
Just
up
put it
something
on
that
the
you
other
don't
guy.
need it. You're
Oh, I
just
already
taking
have
it
two,
so I
and
can
I was
have
just
it.
like, I think I'll just snatch that from Grim. No, but I was just telling
Sounds
you
about
my
right.
gun. You can. Here it is. I'm trying to remove it. There you go.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Shit, there were hemlocks.
They're in the. I'm gonna have to just come show you. I think they're in that building.
Okay, I can check it. I got a flatline I'm gonna be dropping for it. Oh, there's one
Yeah,
up
I
here.
got a flat ass line, and I'm carrying a slack fire too.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, shit. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah. I would have. if I'd known you were dropping a flat line at first, I would have gone ahead and just given you my hemlock for it.
You stingy person, you.
I said.
I said. You
I
ain't
said,
nothing but a hoe.
My name's Key. My name's Kill, bitch.
heavy mag here. Level 1.
Ping the blue one. Anybody get that one?
Yeah, I picked up that blue one.
Okay.
Alright, where to?
I guess.
I start running the tunnel. At least check these bins.
might as
while I was
well.
looking for you fellas.
Well, I think we should go the other way.
There you go. If you want to carry an extra stabilizer, now's your chance.
I'm gonna flip a 3-sided coin and break the stalemate.
Definitely should. Carry triangle ass.
Who wants a
I
digital
do.
threat?
Get that threat. Damn, I'm
I don't
meant
know,
to
I've
be
been
robot.
liking the use better than the digital threats, honestly. I mean, kind of. The only time I prefer the digital threat anymore is if I'm like fighting people in gas or smoke. Other than that, I feel like I aim a lot better with the U.
Yeah, it's more open. Usually when I get a threat, I don't get much of a chance to use it, really.
Plus, digital threat, it's not even like a fine point. It's like a big ass circle in the middle of where you hit. Like the
Yeah, right.
I mean, there is a
target,
dot,
whatever,
though.
you
Yeah,
know? Yeah, but I
little-
feel like all the other shit's
yeah.
just kind of in the fucking way. You know what I mean?
Oh, I hear some shadows.
Oh, let me know if you
Shit's
find a
going
problem.
down.
I'm carrying around this fucking select fire. Oh, never mind. Answered my own question. Oh,
Yeah, that's,
no,
at
stock?
least 2
That's what I
squads
need. I
over
need
there.
Stock. Yeah, I need a stock.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 2. Shield cell here. Heavy ammo here.
It's like bullets
I haven't
everywhere.
seen many stocks.
I haven't seen any. Neither of my guns have them. Oh, also, 301 or 99. I'm still carrying around a fucking alternator, which I really did not like.
I'm trying to ping that. Grim,
Oh, I got a barrel stabilizer I picked up. Anybody want it? I don't
I was
need it.
trying to ping that.
Throwing it down.
No, I
like-
didn't even see that over there. I saw you looking down. I thought you were looking at this.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 2.
I was trying to ping it, and then you like ran up. So I'm like, all right, well, he sees it, and then you ran away. And I'm like, oh, maybe he thought I was trying to pick it up.
No, I didn't. I didn't even see it. I thought you were trying to pick like the stabilizer. Really, that's what I really
Nah, I'm
thought.
full on stabilizers.
Must really be true, 'cause I said really like 3
I got a
times.
purple and a gold stabilizer.
Gotta
have been
do
a-
that.
Must have been a quick
Yeah.
battle over there.
Let's go
Yeah,
get
you gonna
'em.
run over
Shit,
toward
we
those
gotta go
suckers?
like.
Oh
That's
yeah, we
that
better
way.
just.
What,
Yeah,
I
we
mean-
gotta get.
We have 2 minutes. And we got reckless.
Well, yeah.
We're gonna get reckless. There's somebody right there. They're running
Okay.
up.
Yeah,
Just climb up here if you can. Oh shit.
Yeah.
My way doesn't go up
broke
there.
their shield. Hit him for. Got him.
Damn. Okay,
Got 'em?
Zero.
Alright.
Yeah, it was that double tap.
Oh, I
shit.
see a
That's the
race.
best I've ever used. Double
Set a
tap. maybe.
portal.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a
And
dome up
Gibraltar.
here. Dude running across there.
Broke great shield.
Shit, shit, shit. Where they at? Where they at? In my dome.
Oh, it's another
fuck
squad.
yeah.
Shit, there's another squad here.
Oh, damn. Yeah, shit.
Damn.
I guess those 2 damn squads teamed up to take out the threat.
Damn.
Are they not fighting each other?
No,
at
they
You
all?
guys
were.
are dead?
Are they?
Fighting each other. I seen it.
No!
Yeah, I had, like,
God
2
damn.
people attacking at once. I'm sure Joe probably did too. It was fucking ugly.
Yeah, man. I hit my bounce pad to get up there, and all of a
Oh,
sudden
they-
there was 3 people right in front of me, and there was at least 1 person to my right.
man,
so
yeah.
that's how I knew it was a new squad.
Yeah.
Gibraltar fucked me up when I was charging the hill, and then I threw out my
Yeah,
dome
that
shield,
fucked
and
me
there's
up.
a revenant came in and killed me the rest of the way. I hurt him a little, but
Yeah, I shot 1 dude in the back, and then I got killed by 3 different people that were not him.
yeah, that's a bitch.
The barrage and 2 other motherfuckers.
We got in a fucked sandwich there. I wonder if they got their buddy up that I downed, or if that was like a. I guess it was just 2 teams. I don't know. It was fucked up though.
No, it was at least 4 for sure. I saw it on my death recap. At least 2 teams because there's 4 people there.
Right, I swear.
What? How many people were you saying from your death recap? What'd you say?
So I started shooting a lifeline, then started shooting a fast guy, and then I started getting shot by Gibraltar. Or no, Gibraltar did his rain on you thing, and I got shot by the Gibraltar and somebody else who I don't know what they were. But yeah, there was more than 3 characters for sure. You said there's a Revenant too. I didn't see any Revenant.
Yeah, I think it was a Revenant. It looked like it.
And then there was a Lifeline who wasn't one of the people on my... I shot them, but they didn't shoot me at all. So, just on my death cap, I shot the Lifeline, and 3 other people that weren't them shot me back to kill me. So,
That shit was
there's
fucked up.
definitely at least 2 squads there.
Well, if you shot them, they should still show up on
Yeah,
your death cap as damage that went out.
Yeah, but I don't know whose name was who
right.
for sure, but I could. That's what I'm saying. That's how I know there's 4. There's one name, the person I shot, and then 3 other people, one of which I shot back at the second guy after the Lifeline. There's 4 names basically on my death recap. 2 of me outgoing, 3 incoming, and one of them didn't match.
Trust your senses, and victory will follow. I make this look good. His nice hair, his face. Come on.
This is your champion.
This is gonna hurt you more than me.
The fuck?
Oh shit, I didn't know I was the master of the jump. Train time!
If you have a
I'm on my shit like I'm sitting on the toilet. Here we go. Let's get it. There's somebody on the
Shit it!
grim we landed. Yeah,
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I'm dead.
Oh, we're doing the train? Oh, fuck. Crawl up.
That
crawl
was
up.
why I was like,
Oh, yeah.
train time!
That was like instant. I heard you be like, jump master, and then I saying no.
Damn it, I
There,
got
crawl
that
off.
fucking gun.
This is
At least I punch this fucker.
Oh,
Put him
man,
out just to
yeah,
spot his bitch
yeah. I
ass.
should have ran to find a gun. I knew they had a gun. Fuck,
We're okay, I'm
man.
trying to
You
get
just
to you
ride
guys.
off in the sunset. We're fine. We're good.
I was in a battle. I was in a fist
Don't worry
fight.
about us.
Oh shit, there's still motherfuckers up. Fuck! Oh god damn. No guns anywhere.
You're getting beat up to death right here. You don't have a gun
Fuck.
either? Yeah.
Fuck. Come here, bitch. Oh, she's got a gun. Okay.
Yeah. You got that gun.
I know you
thing.
didn't say she didn't have a gun, but when you said beat up to death, I was like, oh, she just got fists.
No, yeah.
Well-
no, I said, yeah, I know I should have got a gun because she had a gun. That's what it is. But
I
trying
can
to stop
train.
us from killing Joe, and, you know, like,
We have extremely limited success with our train jumps,
well, I
or at least
didn't
recently.
even know we were flying. I thought I had longer. I was trying to fix Pandora, but it was like glitched out. It won't make a new station.
Yeah, fucking music apps on Xbox are sucky.
Now it just froze out. What the?
Both Pandora and Amazon do that shit to me. I mean, yeah, Pandora and Amazon, yeah. I don't know if the others are just as shitty or not.
It looks like it's still playing, but now the music just stopped.
My Amazon was playing and had turned the volume to 0 the other night, too, when I rebooted it after it fucked up. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if Pandora does the same shit.
Reset the shit. That's it. Let me know for like flying or some shit.
Alright. You been playing Birdman a lot, Joe, or
Just
just
tonight.
not?
I don't know. Just trying to switch
he's
it
not
up,
bad.
do some different stuff.
Yeah, give some excitement. Inject a little excitement in there.
Yeah, just a little bit. Not too much excitement. I don't want to. I don't want to
No,
enjoy myself.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
Maybe we'll
Just
put
no
some
good.
happy little bodies over here.
Yeah. Putting bodies is always happy time.
Put the happy bodies in the woods. In the park. After the 0.3 mile track marker. You go up behind the big rock. Go back like another 50 feet. There's a bunch of leaves. No one would ever know it's there.
You may be stronger.
We're about to jump.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hold your breath if you have to breathe.
Train yard, time to get it in.
Was somebody on that car with us?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, they're below us. They're below us.
I got a gun.
There's a double tap. Okay, that's all you.
Go ahead and
No,
take
no,
that.
I
Go
got-
ahead and take that.
it's all
vest.
you.
I got two guns.
No, yeah, I got two guns
Oh,
too.
okay.
I could use some
Okay.
NRG.
I'm jumping
Where you
down
want
to use
Any
guys.
of you guys near me? Or no?
Yeah, I'm around you.
We're all together. We're all pretty close.
Okay, so I was hearing all this shit.
Yeah, I felt like I heard somebody else.
This shit looks looted over here. Yeah, somebody was over here where I am.
Oh, yeah, they're over here. They're over here.
Okay.
Two of them. Three of them. God, tore me up. Oh my gosh. Shit. Oh my god. I can't believe how fast he took me down.
I can't believe it.
What the fuck? Oh, I'm getting shot by
What?
three people. How many
Yo,
people
I
was
just
there?
died to like 3 bullets.
I just got melted instantly. Juice, flat. Yeah. That's what happened.
Flat
There was-
calf? Did he kill us all?
Him and Juice Slayer, they both were shooting me at the exact same time. So-
Flat can. No, I died to
Wow.
I thought it was only
Big
the one
Daddy
dude.
D killed me.
I just got
Big
raped.
Daddy D32
Yeah,
hit
I
me
got
with
raped
4
too.
bullets
I should have had my shit on.
and killed me.
I got killed by only flat calf for 151 in like, well, it says in 3 hits for 69. Okay, it says he hit me 7 times with the fucking hemlock. What the fuck ever, dude? I don't know. Maybe so. It was some fucked up shit. On my screen, it was unbelievably fast, and I didn't.
Oh, me
Damn, I
too.
thought it was. I mean, it was like. Pop, pop, pop. I guess I was just like in a easy to hit spot. I'm sure he's good, but it fell a little too easy.
Yeah, I need to switch. Let me go back to. There we go. Do some lifeline.
I was created for this, I think.
Man ain't afraid of much, but losing.
Man, ain't afraid the much about the losing.
I got this thing in the box. Or is it a bag? You know, whatever the case.
Did you do anything on your black and white and red art things?
No. Well, I found out that I can do 3 pieces. So it's not just
No.
the one, so I don't have to like I don't have to think about. I mean, I still have to like think about it, but like it's not like I have one piece I can hang. So like I have to pick the best idea I have. So
Right.
I think the best one so far is the shark from like the perspective of like below him, kind of.
With the possibly the
Yes.
3D stuff.
Yeah, so I think that's the best. If I can pull it off. I was looking at like foam and stuff, which is like expensive.
Blue shirt in here.
Okay, get 0. Like craft foam and stuff is expensive.
The foam
yeah,
is
except I just
expensive.
found out that I found some at the dollar store, so it's a little bit different than like the other foam, but it's probably better for painting. But
Oh, cool.
yeah,
That's
because the
great.
other craft foam was like pretty porous and actually like hard. This is softer and it's not as
All-Star.
porous. I'll take an All-Star.
I'll
Yeah,
get that
maybe
proud.
we'll
I was in the bottom
suck
of
up.
there.
Yeah. Maybe it won't suck up the paint so
Yeah.
much.
There is stabilizer here.
Yeah, I need some. I got 2 Mozambiques.
I'll draw.
I just pinged the
a
fucking
wing mine.
thing. 301.
Yeah, I did just see that. There is.
Here's the Prowler.
Yeah, I'll come
Here,
for that
I'll give you a
later.
99, Joe. And there's also an L-Star.
Yeah, I
whatever
can take the
you're feeling.
All-Star. That's fine. I just need some.
I'm dropping.
Okay, if
Yeah,
there's some energy with it. Just a box, but I'll let you know if I see
Okay,
more.
yeah, I have.
I told you the
Yeah,
All-Star
the-
earlier. I
oh,
told
we
you
got somebody
the
just
All-Star
landed.
here, you hear me?
Yeah, I said I'd take the All-Star, but I didn't have. Oh, should have been shot.
Where are they?
Shit.
Up there.
Oh, I see.
They're sniping from up there. Fuck that shit.
Oh, they're throwing grenades. I gotta heal and.
Yep. Yeah, we got to get a better position. Oh, I hit one for 40 and another one for 20, but they might have
Can
healed
you
from the
ping
20.
him so I know where I'm?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's
Here's Grim's about to get him. Grim's about to get him.
someone right here.
Oh, I'm getting fucked up.
I broke their shield.
Oh, shit. I'm coming back. Oh, my God. How did that get so fucking spread out? There's one just ran up. There. He's got an L-Star as well.
But I got a better All-Star.
Another enemy down.
Oh, good shit.
Where's the third Akram?
I don't know how to heal.
Oh shit. He's still
Somebody's
he's
still
still
hiding
right
up
here.
there.
Right here. I hit him for 20 or for 40 or 60.
Nice.
Good shit.
He's a box ass bitch.
Fox ass. Motherfucker. Thanks, bruh.
Yeah, man.
Nice. Gold Havoc. Does anybody want that?
You got that health busy?
Yeah. Blue shield. You
Oh,
want some
yeah.
of that shit?
There's that. Shit, I don't have enough energy to run dual that.
Where's the third guy?
Oh,
box
we've already-
over here?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing useful in there. Yeah, I need Psychfire. Or, Psych gun.
I haven't seen a
No.
car yet.
Flatline. Yeah.
So I could use energy if we see it, since I got a gold ass Havoc.
Alright.
Alright.
I went up. I thought I could get around these things. There's bins. Yeah, Zero's on his way to the bin. It's just one bin.
Yeah, I thought it was multiple. There's a double
I
tap.
take the
and
double tap if
well,
nobody
that's about
wants it.
gray helmet. backpack.
Put that on this skiz out.
Yeah, there's somewhere up here with 3 bins, isn't there?
Oh, level 2 knockdown shield 0. You need that.
Did you find that other one that was tucked
Yeah,
in
it's
there?
too far away. Oh, maybe it's not.
Oh, somebody's flying.
Yeah, I didn't see where that other group of
Somebody's
bins
landed
was.
up here.
Oh,
Towards
Yeah,
it?
it sounded like they
Or what?
landed
okay.
pretty close.
Landing up there?
Yeah, I haven't seen them, but
Alright, I'm running over there.
that's what it
Uh,
sounded
On the
like.
back end.
Oh, I was going to throw you a zip, but there's no way to throw it.
No.
You
I
see
don't-
them? Ping where your best guess is where you think they are.
Top of this hill somewhere.
All this shit's looted. I see them. They're over there.
Oh,
You
yeah, I
chase
see,
them?
I see.
Sure.
Yeah, I
I see
think
one.
we're
They might be
moving
by
toward
themselves.
the ring.
There's energy in that bin
Okay,
I just
cool,
opened.
cool, cool.
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
looking for it.
Hemlock here.
He ran
He
this
jumped
way.
off
There's
the...
some heavy over
okay.
here if y'all need the heavy.
Yeah. I
Shit,
can
oh,
he's
he's
right here.
down there.
And he's looking towards us. He knows we're following him, I think. Unless he's
Alright, I grabbed the heavy. I'll bring it to you.
But he was like backing up.
Oh, I'm being
Surprise,
sniped from behind.
motherfucker!
Oh. Did he turn straight to the box?
No.
Alright, his team's
no.
probably coming.
Target spotted.
Alright, coming back up.
I just saw somebody run over there.
Hostile spotted.
And I was being shot from behind when I was running up. Here you go, Grim.
Check it out. There's still 20 left if anyone needs it. How much was
need
that?
it,
it was 80,
Was that
yeah.
a whole 80 or something?
Leather one. Heavy ammo here.
Well, I don't know where those fuckers went to. Oh,
The
thank you.
wall's coming right in on it. Hey.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you guys. I'm
I
not
see
going
somebody.
Back to that.
That's probably where that bitch went. Somebody's right there. Just some running.
Okay.
They're really far away. All the way where I pinned at. So you might as well get
You
in the
two,
circle
well,
and then
we're all in a line.
Yeah,
maybe
we're ducks in a
run
row.
them out or something.
Yeah.
You got bamboozled.
Oh, there's a blue box over here.
Maybe in your world there's 3 happy little ducks dropping bodies.
Flatline.
Flatline, blue bag.
I'm hunting this dude. I hear somebody.
Oh shit, okay.
Oh shit! They're in the other fucking room. Goddamn, they almost fucking killed me. Shit.
I'm coming
They're
in the bottom of
following
your
me.
building.
They're gonna come and rape me.
I'm with you.
They shot me from out here. That window over there. They're probably underneath
Nah,
me.
that's
Yeah,
me
I hear 'em.
underneath you.
She's almost dead.
Next ring.
She's
not
dead.
close.
Enemy taken down. Wow. Looks like
Somebody else shooting at us.
gotta patch myself up. Hang on.
There was
Alright,
2 of them, I think.
Oh, they
Yeah.
called an airstrike.
He just
in on
ran around
us?
the corner of
Be
this building.
careful.
Yeah, here he is coming in.
It's 126 is almost dead.
Yep.
You got him?
Almost. Another one coming in, I think.
Got him getting Grim out real quick.
I don't have
Yep,
enough
somebody's
shields
out.
to shield up. Got shield you can spare?
Here he is. He's coming in. I'm coming behind him.
Oh, he's on this side. Nice.
Good shit.
Mirage here to save the day.
Damn, I'm fucked up. I never had time to heal.
Here's a Phoenix kit.
Ah, yeah, that'd be so well.
Oh yeah, yeah. You use that
There's
Phoenix.
another.
And let me get that big shield back. Would be super duper cool. Gracias.
There's another box over
Do you have a
here.
lot
Nah,
of
that's
big
the only one I
shields?
have.
Yeah.
Yo, shitloads of ammo over here, boys.
Is there energy?
Heavy light ammo here.
No.
R99, 600. Well, no. Unfortunately, no energy.
Ooh. I'll
No
take that
super
2x.
Blue barrel
Oh,
stadium.
there's a big, what's it called in there?
Shield battery here.
I need all the
Uh,
what you call.
Take that.
Where's these other things at?
99 here.
Yeah, there were 3 people, weren't there? Where's that third box?
Yeah, right? Where is it?
One dose. I don't know. Where's the first guy you killed?
Oh, over here is one.
Oh, there he
There's
is.
Yeah.
2 in the back, and the other one's right here.
Yeah, this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shield here.
digital threat.
Optics here.
Go for it, Joe. Take that perp.
Oh, there.
Oh shit! I taked
Shield
it.
battery
My
here.
bad, yeah.
Oh, I thought you already had one.
Me?
Oh, we gotta go. We gotta
Oh,
go.
no,
Oh
maybe-
shit!
maybe you
Got
was
her!
the one that
Got
had
her!
blue.
Got her!
I just meant whichever one of you guys didn't have a purple armor, take it.
Oh, armor. I thought it was something at the stabilizer.
Here, I'll throw us a zip. I'll throw us a zip.
Okay, yeah, I need that.
Not much of one, but it's.
Yeah, I was
something in
actually
one.
able to hop on a zero zip line again.
Hell yeah.
I think we can't go that way. We have to go this way. Because it's storm shit. Oh god,
Oh, yeah,
everything's
we'll
all
be
fucked
okay.
up. What is? I'm not familiar with the shit. So.
Yeah, I think you're going
Fuck,
right.
we gotta go across this bridge. God damn it.
Oh shit. Well, yeah. I think we'll make it.
Yeah, we're not bad. Yeah. You look alright.
Okay, there we go.
Made it even though
Some
we got
motherfucker
our
right
back
here.
up. Dude right in front of us.
See
Yeah.
that dude?
All right, I'm behind you because I had to heal.
The fucking Sheik. Oh shit, another dude
Whole
in the
team's over
distance.
there.
Yeah, but they're separated.
Heads up, got one here. Recharging shield.
Yeah, I'm being careful.
Myself up a bit.
Alright, frag out.
Oh, that's you.
That's me, that's
I
me.
heard a noise, my bad. The other guy's right here.
His
Shield,
shield's broken.
there's somebody up on the roof
Dude,
over
Somebody's
there.
on the roof. Somebody's on the roof.
He's down here.
Somebody's gonna come in after us. I got your back. I got your back.
There's a wraith over here.
Where'd this fool go? Here he is. I got the Mirage. I'm coming behind you, Grim.
Yeah, there's a wraith pushing me.
2 down.
Oh shit! These motherfuckers
3 down.
murking
Oh, is
me.
this a?
Like punching me.
We
to
got
death.
3 down, but
Alright,
there's
I-
more
God
people.
I'm
damn.
dropping my heal thing.
I'm
I
gonna
think-
get myself up.
Oh
you
no,
got me.
somebody's got a gold
Okay.
shield. Somebody's got a gold shield.
I do. Alright.
Yeah, but one of them has a gold shield because they didn't turn into a box. Oh, well, she did. Okay, what the fuck? I thought she didn't turn into a box. Just
Rings nearby.
stay frosty.
All right. I'm frosted like.
Tons of lot
Is there energy?
rounds.
Energy.
Not in this box.
No heavy. That's all I really need. I hear
Oh, yeah, they're
somebody
shooting at
like,
us.
right here.
Shit, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
there's
they're
somebody in
over
here.
there.
Nice.
Oh, that was the dude. That was the fucking dude
Yeah,
that had the
he's
shield.
turning right into a box.
Here's him.
There's a new squad over there.
He's dead.
There's-
to me.
yeah,
More
new
dudes
squad.
coming.
Not far from the ring. Top of the
All right.
Shields recharge.
Wait, is there somebody
Yeah,
still
there's
here?
a
or
new
what?
squad pushing us.
It's a new squad. Here
Oh,
they
shit.
come. Oh,
Where?
it's
Oh, in the
another
front.
fucking squad. 2 of them back here.
I just
You're
feel
under
like
by
it's burning.
myself.
I got you.
I'm by myself. I'm just moving back.
I can get you up quicker. There you go.
All right. Thank you.
Hear 'em.
Oh, there's
yeah,
somebody
God
behind
damn,
us.
other
Shit.
door.
Oh shit.
This is 2
I'm
squads,
like
I
on
think.
the roof. I'm getting all fucked up. Fuck, dude.
How many fucking squads are on
Guys,
us?
we're getting wrecked. I'm coming in.
Yeah,
Are they
yeah,
dead?
he's
Are they
dead.
dead? The wall's moving right
no.
now. The wall's
Oh,
moving
oh,
right
shit.
now.
Oh,
We
shit.
gotta go. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Heal,
here's
heal,
somebody.
heal.
Throwing a zip.
Oh, that was
fuck.
close.
Oh, yeah.
She's almost dead.
Kill the famous kid. Oh shit.
She's dead. Yep.
You got her.
Good
I got the
fucking
person she was
job.
fighting. Oh shit. The wall's right here. Make sure you don't get burned.
I need
Yeah,
energy
yeah,
like
we're in.
fucking.
Oh shit, that was intense. You better clip that
Crazy.
shit, bro.
I like desperately need energy.
I don't see any.
Only one other
You
squad.
might have
We
to
got
change
this.
guns. I don't see
Last
any.
one probably just hiding like a bitch.
Are you?
There's
You're
a
good.
Spitfire in there with a bunch of heavy
Oh,
guns.
there's
Fuck
only
it. Let's
93
just
heavy
run
now.
and murder whoever
Grim,
we
hold
got.
up, hold up.
There's only 93 heavy now.
We're way behind you, Grim.
Yeah.
You're running.
Hold up.
Over
We're
here.
not with you. We're not
Full
with you.
squad,
We're not
there's
with
three
you.
of them. I'm
You're
not-
by
we're not-
yourself.
They already see me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but don't.
I know, but they already see me. What am
Yeah,
I
but
gonna
you
do?
can back up.
I'm fucking them up.
Hit that dude 31.
Recharging shield.
Medics got their shield broken. Hit that
Medics
dude
down.
for about 40. The running dude.
Look out, grenade.
Good shit, good shit.
Some hits on me.
You
Dude,
got this.
yeah,
I'ma
yeah.
come
Stay
up.
frosty though.
I'm gonna put it in the
I'm
back
back.
door.
All right.
Shot fired, and they're hitting me. The ring is in. Get bamboozled.
Ah, he's almost dead.
Hostile right here, right?
He's shielding up right here.
I killed an enemy.
You just go. I'll get myself. Go at him.
That was
Now you
down.
got a
One
gold
more.
knockdown? Oh, there is one more. That's my fire grenade.
Okay, I'll throw a grenade. Yeah, good shit, good shit.
Enemy.
All right, I'm shielding up.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah, they're sniping. Be careful.
I am repairing myself.
It's the last kid. Last kid. Here they
Oh, he's
come.
pushing
I'm
us?
gonna climb up here. They're probably
Okay.
taking the high ground.
No, I thought you were
Where's
telling me he's pushing.
Nope.
There's a wraith portal.
Oh no, no, no. I said there's just one.
Okay.
I don't know what I said. Wall's coming in. We gotta move. Don't let him kill all three of us.
It might even ran away. The wraith portal goes to here, so take it if you're close.
Yeah,
to it.
now we're.
We're
Over
right
there.
next to you. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Heard her
she went
pretty
invisible
bad.
just in time.
Don't get burnt. Don't get burnt.
Nice.
Got her.
Suck on it. Bam, 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 bam.
Sucky, sucky.
Dirty old teabag. Make me feel like a bitch. Coming in second. Yeah, you suck.
Bang.
Oh shit. Hey, 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 hey. Oh man.
Take it. Take it.
Damn, we were
Look at that
stomping
damage.
catch
Yeah,
duties.
we were putting a
16 kills. All of us over 1,000. Fuck yeah. Better clip that shit, Joe. That's that new hotness.
Nice.
I'm gonna go back to
Yo.
the place here. I'm back confused.
All right.
I had to win earlier. That
I'm
was
just
pretty
gonna.
sweet, too.
Oh, cool. Did you make a clip or anything?
No, I didn't make clip. I had like 8 kills, 1,600 damage.
Oh, nice.
15
Damn.
something. Yeah, I was getting it.
Good shit.
Yep.
I'm back.
Hey.
You guys can play games if you want.
Hey.
Hey.
Yo.
Okay. Did Joe? Hey. Did you say, Joe, that you can't? Hey, give me just a second. Let me pour a drink. But did you say
I'll
that
be
you
back.
can't see clips that we make unless we like do it on the OneDrive or download it and send it to
I
you or
can
some
see
shit?
them. I just can't use them.
You
right.
can't
I can't
include
like,
'em.
use them to make like a YouTube thing.
Man, that's too bad, because, I mean, it would be cool to do some, like, fucking, splice up some of our best action kits and,
Yeah,
put them on a little best of clip or some shit.
it would be nice. If y'all streamed, you could do it super easy.
Farm on. Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have to pay to do it?
Pay to stream? No.
Well, do you have to pay to make money? Like,
Pay to make.
you have to have a certain subscription level
No.
to Twitch?
You have to have.
Okay. You just have to have the
Yeah,
right viewership.
so like whatever it is, like 3 concurrent viewers, 50 followers, and you have to like have streamed X amount of days in the last 30 days. I think it's X amount of hours, and it has to be on like 7 different days or something. So maybe it's 30 hours on 7 different days in the last 30 days. Everything goes by the last 30 days. So,
Okay.
but no, you don't gotta pay anything.
Yeah. It's like
You're breaking up.
hell, it would have to be streaming. Okay.
They pump us up.
Oh, I thought you had walked away.
No,
a sec.
I was running you.
Yeah, I might start. I thought you said I'll be right back. I don't know what I heard, but I might try streaming sometime. It'd probably have to be like on nights you're streaming because, I mean, otherwise my stream would just be cussing randoms unless it was, unless Grim was on.
Right.
But it's best when we're all
Yeah,
three
I mean,
on.
then we get games like that.
But plus, I'll probably have to wait till I get a job because I've only got 2 meg upload, and I think that would fuck up my gaming to be streaming and eating up almost all my upload bandwidth, if not all of it. And I'd have to pay like
Yeah, so
10 more
being at
bucks
7.
just to double that.
Right. Which, I mean, maybe, but I mean, you could try it. You could try it right now. You could go and just see what happens when you hit broadcast, like right from the Xbox, and just see what happens. Yeah.
Oh, on Mixer?
I mean,
Yeah.
it'd probably, like, you'd have to go, I don't know if you have a Mixer. Well, yeah, I think you automatically, since Mixer is owned by
think I do.
Microsoft, so even if you never went to Mixer and set it up, if you just, like, hit broadcast now, it would, like, set it up. Your Mixer would be what your gamer tag is. It would be tied to the email you have set up for that gamer tag. Everything will just, like, be woven together for easy use.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're right. Oops, here,
Yeah,
you
I
got
gotta-
okay, never mind. You have anything
Nope.
better than a sniper? Oh, here's an alternator.
Gracias.
99.
Oh, what? I can't get in there quick enough.
No.
Shotgun bolt here. Level 1.
Do you have any idea if Twitch like takes a similar amount of bandwidth to Mixer
I
for upload? I mean, for
don't
streaming.
know.
Yeah, I mean, you've got good internet, so it's like
Yeah, I mean, I still struggle sometimes.
not a big.
But I don't know. There's a U site there. Here, you hit that party. Come get this. Shoot this ball over here. Yeah, grab that U site and then shoot this ball before he gets it. There you go. Get that shit.
Oh, I'll take that blue. Here's a.
Yeah, I got one of those. No, I'm
You
good.
want me to pick that up?
I'm good,
Okay.
I'm good, I'm good.
Hey, that's a pretty good boat
Yeah.
drop.
nice when there's no one with us.
I'm on a boat, motherfucker. Don't you ever forget.
Yeah. Oh. Sounds like. Yeah, I was just gonna
Somebody's
say
flying in. Oh, somebody's coming up this zip. Oh, they're already on.
Alright. I'm missing. What the f.
Shit. I'll hurt 2 of them. Oh, where's our fucking loser teammate? Don't be a fucking loser, you fucking loser.
Oh my god. Come on, people. Get your.
He's nowhere to be seen. He's on the ground. He's on. Oh my god. What a bunch of poopy. Oh, thanks for zipping up. Are you coming to save the day now that the battle's over? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You did a lot of good. I'd hate for you to stay with your crew and do some work.
Yeah. Like, let's not play a team game as a team. Like,
Yeah, it's like, what's up with that?
what's up with that shit?
I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Welcome back. Yeah, they sell like plastic saws that you can use. But I plan on just using like a razor or something. Me too. Oh man, oh man, oh man. was not quite prepared for that.
Yes, I need weaponry. Shit. No guns, no guns, no funds.
Alright, I just found a Havoc.
Alright, I got a gun. I'm coming toward you.
Alright. Yo, what's
Big
crappin'?
group.
Yo.
Oh,
What's
crazy
crappin'?
medallion man is fighting.
Oh, guys, I've
Okay,
got that
alright,
call.
take
I've
it.
got to
That's
take
fine.
it. I'm sorry. I'll be back soon. Okay. Bye.
Don't answer it, Zero. Oh.
Alright, where these dudes at? Where they at? They don't want to get shot in the face, do they?
I think they do.
Oh, they want to shoot me in the face. Hey, that's not fair.
Somebody getting shot in
not
the
fair.
face.
New kill leader. Eyes out gone.
Oh, there's...
Damn, he left the party and all. He must be
Good night,
serious
babe.
about this call.
Yeah. Well, he's like warned about like this call before that he might get it, might have to take it. But it's never come in, so I don't know what it is, but...
So you don't know what it is either? I Nancy, you mentioned earlier.
Damn! Oh, well, I'm being shot from every angle.
We Swiss cheese
Yeah,
yet?
I am definitely Swiss cheese. There he
Wait,
goes.
is everybody
Yep.
dead?
Now everybody's dead.
I'm dropping right immediately down. And my team's not coming, so I will be dead soon.
Alright, sounds like a plan. On Invito Santo. What to draw? I'm just gonna doodle, I think. Turn a doodle into some crazy stuff. No, I have no idea. And it's been forever since I've ordered anything from down there. Yeah. I'm gonna play some Apex. That's what I'm gonna do now.
I'm hearing people out right here.
Okay. You're down there, okay.
I'm on her ass. Where'd she go? Is she playing me? Yeah, she's playing me. But you got played last, bitch. I need help shit.
Oh shit. I'm
Oh
coming.
no!
Oh, I'm being shot from over there. There's somebody shooting
Goddamn,
from over
they're
there.
like killing me in there and shit. Oh, up top, there's somebody. God damn. Oh no.
What? Son of a bitch.
I'll be right.
Yep.
Get ready. Today is not gonna be easy. All it takes is a single spark.
You. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, we're still delivers. Maybe if it was the weekend. I'm just gonna make some pizza. Some pizza.
This is your champion.
Good night, dude.
It's pretty late for important calls. I don't know what it would be. I'm
Wake you up at what time?
A little bit of time before you go.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I don't know. I have no ideas. I haven't tried to get food delivered late. Forever and a day. Take two. No guns. Take two.
I hear people. I don't know if they're on the roof or what. Oh, nice of teammates did not land anywhere in fucking near us in the least bit. I like it. I really like it. I do. Peacekeeper over here on the take.
Oh, shit. I'm coming.
Yeah, bitch. Suck my D. Oh, yo, I was hidden.
Yep.
Yo, come help me out.
Yep,
Get
yep,
somebody
yep.
here. Finish me off. They're getting them up. God damn it. Now the other guy's here. Shit.
Oh, yeah, there's a. Yeah. Yay!
Yeah, but there's definitely some lag. I saw the other dudes I dropped off the back, but then after I was behind the box that I was on top of, I died. That shit happened earlier, too. I was on the shift. I was fucking all these people up, and then some dude fucked me up with an L-STAR, so then I dip behind the corner and then I pop out and then do a burst of a hemlock in him. I actually see the animation of him getting hit. But then I end up dying, and turns out it looks like on the hit shit that just never happened. He just straight killed me, and none of my shots counted.
Ooh.
I mean, not none of them, but the last ones. Like after I popped back out and shot him, it's almost like he just shot me straight through somehow. Did include the hiding and then the popping out and shooting.
Yeah, that shit don't happen. You just get slaughtered.
That's some fake ass shit. That's some fake ass shit, man. That's good. You have off
I gotta
tomorrow?
work at 7.
You have regular days off? Yet or
Nah.
not?
Nobody has regular days off.
No. Fuck is this bottle over? What?
If you're with me, I'm with you.
Here. When's your next day off?
Saturday, I think.
So you're off Saturday? I'm off Friday. You wanna do something Friday?
I don't.
Come out and do something,
I
go
don't
somewhere. The party stuff, you it's like too much of an old man fan.
Yeah, basically.
The Blue Train.
Let's do. Oh, that's probably too far now. Let's do.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna do right
I'll
there.
fly there. Let me know.
This little village of cool stuff.
Should be popping, man.
Oh, I like went to not a door.
First blood. Good thing it's not us.
Use the door when you got a wall.
Nothing but snipers. That's what I like. Who picked this garbage ass landing?
Some weirdo. I forget.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 1.
Blue hat.
Attention, the champion has been eliminated.
Champion out.
301 in this
Yeah, I could definitely use
over
that.
here where I am in one of these what the fuck are they called? Like
Little
yes.
tractor shits with the tracks.
Yeah.
Someone's got to take out the new kill leader. They're too cocky.
Oh, thinks he can just like pick us up and drop us whenever he wants.
So are you in the Secret Service yet, or
See ya.
what, bro?
No, it's just it's a call from somebody on the West Coast, and I thought I was going to get it earlier, and
That sounds
then it
real.
just
I believe you. It's super.
caught me by surprise.
Heavy ammo here.
Dibs.
All right, so Joe, like one of these tracks over here.
Yeah,
right there,
it was
right?
in the further one. The one like that one.
Let's go this way.
Okay. So not the next
Yeah.
one, the further one from here. Okay.
Ooh, the Eva. Hey, you don't want to do the Eva.
Yo, shit. Damn, I could really use some heavy ammo. I just realized I only have 50 bullets now.
What's the heavy gun you're using?
Flatline?
Get in the ring or I'll kill you myself.
I'll definitely... I'll definitely take a Prowler Select Fire for sure. Oh, damn. Teammate already looted down in here, too. Man.
I
The
had
speed
a
looter.
select fire if you find a Prowler.
The speediest.
Yeah,
Alright, do you? I'll carry it.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
really carry
I'll
it.
give it to you.
Yeah,
I'll give it to you. Alright, he's waiting at a balloon. Are you coming back up?
yeah. I'm coming up right now. He's waiting at
Yeah.
that balloon for us?
There you go. I dropped the thing for you. What? There you go.
Yeah. Thank you. I don't need the,
Alright, nah,
the-
yeah, I don't need it. I'm lighting shotgun at the moment.
Loud and clear.
Oh, I only have the train station as boxes here, so there might be people.
Body hemlock here.
Sure.
Backpack here. R301 here. R99 here. Longbow here.
Oh, sounds like I just heard it. Okay, teammates here. Sounds like I just heard a door open
Yeah,
underneath me.
teammates there. Here's some motherfucker.
Damn, yeah, there's a lot of boxes here.
Body shield here. Level 2.
Up inside.
Yeah, there's
or
3
on the-
inside here.
I see these bitches. 301 blue bag. I think I got a blue bag. right?
What happened?
Eating it. I don't know how much you got.
You missed the party.
I had to block him out. And then I called him eating it.
Alright. He'll pass it. He has passed everything so far.
You throw it out now? He's not
No,
gonna
I
fight
couldn't
Yeah,
even use any.
nah. You can give whatever. So you can sleep, you can let him eat the rest.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 1.
Alright, so I could use a choke. Let me tell a teammate that too. Or a light mag would be swell. Would be ass swell.
Alright, I'm ditching this. Oh, no, I'm not. Let's say I'm ditching this select fire, and then I turn around and I find the fucking shit.
Ooh, ain't you a lucky fella?
There's a flatline here. Some motherfucker wants that shit. Oh, some care package landed over there and it disappeared.
Alright.
Oh, fuck it. We might as well just loot all this shit instead.
Oh, there. Just out here on the street, there's some stuff. Ooh, a purple light mag. Yes, please.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 1.
Alright, I'm start working towards this. These motherfuckers. You know them motherfuckers
Yeah,
I'm
those
talking about.
motherfuckers are motherfuckers.
I feel like they're hiding. I don't know. And this shit wasn't looted, but they're between us. I mean, oh no! God damn, my gun fell apart.
You and your slippery ass guns.
Oh my god, I almost just did it again.
I am making my way to you. I hear footsteps around me. Yep.
Yes.
Damn, they melted me. Well, that was no fun.
Oh, did your game just get made over?
It got made over.
Just got made over.
Oh, can I get an invite? It's not letting me just join.
Yeah.
Our lobby just got made over. You sending it, Joe?
Yeah, I'm in a loading screen. I will though. There you go.
Thanks.
Oh, I got Apex Loot John, please. I got a John. Nothing but common stuff. But I got a skin for the Sentinel when I'm forced to use it.
Oh my son. Dude, whenever I go in the kitchen, I just get caught on every handle with my headset wires. Like, it just happened 2 times in a row. I was talking Zero about it happening last night.
Yeah.
I caught him, I'm like, oh, and then I walk away and it happens again. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch.
When I was working with UPS there, they made me wear this little, like, Velcro on vest that just said, like, seasonal driver helper or some shit. And I delivered something to some building, and they had a filing cabinet with like the little, you know how a lock on a filing cabinet sometimes will, like, you can pop it, it like pops out of the little hole it's in, like an inch or something.
Yeah, like when you're trying to break in the filing cabinets. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know, when the filing cabinet gets an erection. And like, it
gets an erection?
It caught the back of my vest when I was walking by it and like yanked me back. And I just told him that was what the vest was designed for or something. I don't know. It was embarrassing. I just walked away.
Oh, the vest, it's supposed to do that. It's supposed to choke me when I leave. They designed it like that. Oh, train action.
Oh shit. I kind of like it in this spot, okay, because if you gotta run, there's places to get weapons nearby anyway, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if it even matters which car I land on. I think I always pick the car with the most enemies.
Without a gun. Yeah, most enemies.
Yeah, without a gun and the most enemies and... Oh, okay, I got a 45.
I got the back car and I got a
fire grenade. Chasing a dude toward the back. Oh, he's got a...
I have a thermite grenade. I can throw.
There's a blue bag on the back car.
Did you jump off? Go for it, man.
Alright, where you guys want to go?
We're pulling into a train station that'll probably have stuff.
Where you... Oh, okay.
You're staying on there for that? Alright. Is this the Winter Express?
Yep.
Yeah. That was a pretty fun game.
Squad down here?
Oh, there's going down there.
There's 2 down there? I'm dead.
Oh shit, I'm coming, I didn't know.
People in here? I'll send my decoy over there, but I don't have a fucking gun.
Broke the shield on this one, he's the last one, Drip. He's getting his buddy up. He's getting his buddy up on these stairs.
Yeah, I'll just cry chop him to death. God damn. I hope
He
that
got him
helps.
up.
That's an arc star. Oh my
Damn, still
god.
no gun, eh?
Goddamn triple take.
Ooh, good nade, good nade. Damn, how many people are there? Oh, right beside you, dude.
I think I can still get away.
That movie from like the early 2000s, not another teen movie. Like where the little guy is on the football field and like gets ripped in half, and they're like, "Walk it off, Shorty," or whatever the fuck his name was. And he's like his guts are hanging out his like below his waist. Hey, I'm just glad I got a gun on a train drop. I mean,
yeah, I didn't get
it feels
guns
like
again.
it's
It
been a
was triple
while.
take, which does nothing for me anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of weak, especially versus a machine gun.
Yeah.
It's like a shotgun rifle or something.
Big things are coming for us.
That's what people say, but when I'm close quarters and I try to hip fire it,
Oh, it's hard, yeah.
I have no luck.
Let's do this. It'll be fun. And if not, well, we all make bad
And it still
choices.
takes at least 2 shots,
Life goes on.
which when you're up close, basically any automatic gun will kill you before then, if they're not
Right.
ridiculously terrible.
Yeah, absolutely. Even an alternator will about. I mean, it may be almost
yeah.
a toss-up. I'd say an alternator would still get you.
Oh, for sure. Alright, we're doing another train drop, motherfuckers! This
Oh,
time,
shit.
we're all getting guns, and we're gonna kill everybody. You ready?
Sounds good to me.
You gotta make sure you hit your A button, because that gets you, it makes you do more damage. You know that? If you do the emote, 20%
Oh my god,
more
I
damage.
bounced off an enemy, dude.
My gold.
It's a battle royale
My
on the back
stuff.
car, guys. They're all punching the shit out of each other.
Oh, yeah, they're fucking me up. They're
Throwing
all stuck.
some bitch
Fuck,
off
I'm
the
dead.
train.
I'm done.
There's nobody left. Ah, jump off, jump off.
It's hard when I'm fighting two people.
Oh, you're still on the train? Yeah, all I found
I'm being
was
chased
thermite
by some
grenade.
fool with his fists.
Oh my god, this shit is all empty already? What?
Well, I think that was my last game.
I think I'm gonna get chased down and punched out. Oh shit, Joe.
What
We
if I
need
could
you.
tell you, I'm gonna come save your life and bring you back?
Recovery time. Let's do it.
I'm running towards you. I got no gun. I'm getting
You
chased.
coming?
Like,
We're
I
going
don't
to
know how
go
many
resurrect
dudes.
Joe.
God damn it, there's
Yeah,
people
it's
in
a
here too.
recovery mission. Well, run
Don't
towards
go
me because I don't see anybody.
I'm trying to fucking get a gun. God damn, they looted every. Come on, give me a gun.
Oh, come on the outside.
Okay.
There's so much shit to loot on the outside. Everybody definitely went to that building
There's
first.
BNF.
Oh
BN,
god,
nothing
there's
in.
somebody in that shit. Oh
Okay,
no.
I got a gun. I'm coming to Joe. Yo, the train's starting to move, but I'm about.
Oh my god,
I'm on
instant
Joe's
death.
box.
I'm dead.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I'm dead.
I'm coming to
now.
get you.
See you later. Adios.
No, I'm coming to get you.
Nice shooting.
What the fuck? Got him anyway. His teammate on the roof.
Yeah, that was
killed
some
him.
nice shooting, though.
Thank you, thank you.
Alright.
I was happy with it. I thought I was about to get fucked up by him. Pulled it out.
They thought they were gonna fuck me up, and then I pulled it out and fucked them upper.
Swing it like a bat.
Choke that bitch. Who cares if she has PTSD for years later for waking up with a penis in her mouth? Who cares? That is not your problem.
You talking about the one when you go to AC?
Yeah.
You ever had a woman tell you that she's got PTSD before?
Nope. Penis to dick
I have.
syndrome.
No, I thought for a minute that might be like a common theme among like 1 out of 10 women to tell you they got PTSD or something for a minute because you said just because you mentioned that. I know you were I know the incident you were talking about from where you told me the other night, but yeah.
Greatest night of my life.
Well, the incident he told you about.
They said when we were all.
I was gonna try to
they
deflect, but I guess.
Well, gentle viewers, mechanic was at no fault during this incident, and he didn't really cause PTSD.
All right. So long story short, he found this homeless chick sleeping. You know the rest.
Yeah, you fill the rest in with your imagination, and I'll just agree to it.
Viewers added.
And I'll just agree to it, and I'll just sign my name at the
Police
bottom.
officers informed.
And you can... I'll get all my mail forwarded to CFCF. State Penitentiary 190. You can now stop calling by my name, and I am just a number.
You playing again, Joe?
I am going to bed.
Okay.
It is, yeah.
You gotta get up early.
And it's been a rough forever at work, so I am exhausted constantly.
Yeah, well, if you get on tomorrow, let us know. Make some more sweet. Man, you gotta clip that victory game we had though. That
Yeah,
shit
I'm
was
gonna
sweet.
have to. I wrote down the timestamp, so I'll get into it tomorrow. I got.
It was like from 10 minutes before the end of it to the end of it, because like we were outrunning that storm right on our ass. On the second storm, when we beat those 2 or 3 squads, like I was trying to pop a Phoenix kit because I had 25 health with the storm, like I don't know, 20 feet behind me and an enemy in front of me that you were fighting. It was action packed.
Yeah, it
What I'm trying to
was.
say. I'm
Yeah,
sure
it
it was
was a
lot
similar
of
from your
fun.
screen.
I
Action was packed
wish all
up in
games could
there.
be that fun, but they're not. Most of them are
Yeah,
just
me too. It was a good one.
garbage games.
Well, you know, you gotta, yeah. Pick out the gold
Get a nice
from the poop.
dub earlier, though.
Yeah. That game was phenomenal.
You gotta separate the gold nuggets from the peanut.
Yeah.
We're the peanuts here. Me and you are the peanuts.
I did see a thing. I think it's called Hot Film something. There's like a free editing software, that Hot Film Express. That's pretty easy to use.
Oh, that's cool.
I downloaded Blender because it had the most features. It seemed like there's like an animation thing and like whatever, but it's like I don't know.
I'm sorry, you downloaded
Because
Blender
it seemed like it had
what?
the most features. Like it has like an animation thing, so I could do like learn simple animations. And
Oh, okay.
but it's just
With
very
left in, I guess. Is what's
very
on there.
complicated to start off with. So I didn't get very far with it, but.
Yeah, I don't know if I even knew that Blender was an editor. I used it for something else one time. I can't remember what. I think I was trying to make a DVD or something.
It's got a bunch of stuff, so I don't know. I gotta learn that. Oh, you know what? That's actually. I've been thinking about getting a subscription to Skillshare. I had a free trial that I didn't really use, but I wanted to do it for to learn how to do watercolor better, and to learn how to draw better and do different things.
Yeah, that'd be
But
cool.
definitely, that's all just personal stuff for me. But if I say that it's for the editing stuff, maybe I can write it off of my taxes as a business expense.
Oh yeah, it could be.
I'll talk to this
Yeah?
accountant lady I
Sure
know.
could cheat the IRS, man.
I mean, it's not cheating the IRS. It's
Oh yeah, but
you
it's true.
used to
I'm
be
just
able to
fucking with you. Yeah.
whenever I talk to Kim about it, she
She
would
went a lot easier.
always like kind of shut me down because you could claim like income from or you could like have losses from a hobby and like put them against. You just couldn't put them against anything else. You could only put them against like. Yeah, so if you claim, because you're supposed to claim any income you make, any income you bring in. So if you bring in money from an income or from a hobby that's not a business, but like you make sculptures and you sell one, or you paint and you sell one, you're supposed to claim it. If you anything over like $600, the person who buys it is supposed to give you like a 1099 form for your taxes and stuff. Yeah, or hires you for something, or
I thought that was like if you were commissioned or something like that.
Because you have to show like where the money came from. So you could do that and claim it as a hobby, and then like if you had expenses for the hobby, you could deduct that against whatever income you made from the hobby. But there's a new law that was just passed that you can't do it to a hobby anymore. So you'd have to file it as like a Class C, like as a business.
Digital threat right there if you want it.
So
ping it if you don't want to do it.
Ping
threat.
There's digital threat.
But if he pings it,
that you're in.
I took it.
I left it
disappears for everybody else. I think that's a new thing they do.
Oh yeah, it does. But I took it.
No,
you can have it though. I mean, you found it.
I put it in there. I was carrying it.
Oh,
and then I was like,
I took it.
You know what?
Slapped it on this 9-9.
Oh, 9-9.
Yeah. So you have to declare it as a business now.
Yeah, you have to file as a Schedule C is the business thing. So you don't actually have to like go and like start a business and get like an IMEI number and all that stuff. You just have to. It's a different form you file. So that's all it is.
What is the difference in Skillshare and just people on YouTube that post how-to shit?
Skillshare is cost money, and it's more in depth, and it's more towards creative stuff. So like,
are you hearing people?
I can't
not
tell.
Everybody can be have a Skillshare class. Like anybody can have a YouTube thing. You have to. I mean, like, so like Skillshare wants to make sure that.
Oh, so not just anybody can do a how-to?
On Skillshare.
Be cool enough to
on
do
Skillshare. They want to make sure that you know what you're talking about and you're not giving out bad information.
Show that you got some kind of credentials and whatever. Or show some work you've done or something.
Just that alone, you know that like the person who's showing you on Skillshare has some sort of. They've been somewhat vetted. They're not just like some guy that's like, oh, don't ever do this when you're drawing your pictures because it makes you gay. Yeah, man. Or whatever they say.
Know how to erase.
I fell for that before. Never again.
You only gotta suck one dick to change those habits.
I want to make a
you're tainted forever
eraser techniques class.
Yeah, man. You use it on the paper, or you use it on your nipples. And it changes the way the eraser works. You know what I mean?
I need that stabilizer. Oh no, I found another one. Speaking of that one, bro.
Where's it at? Oh shit. Okay, I see.
I feel like I'm hearing other people or some shit.
Yeah, I can't tell if that's others or if. Okay.
They're on.
Thought it was our dude
here somewhere.
All right, I'm with you.
Alright, well, while we're waiting for that, I didn't want to interrupt them, so I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, but I don't need to do that. So I want to say thank you to everybody who came out. I really appreciate it. It does. It means everything to me. Yeah, whether it was Facebook, Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, whether you were here for a minute, a second, 5, 10, an hour, whatever, any amount of time you spent, it's super cool of you. Show me that there's enough, care enough about what I'm doing, or at least enough about what my post is to give me some engagement. Yeah, 1 second. And also appreciate the all the engagement I get on social media, especially my Instagram. That's my main thing. I'm also using Facebook, but it's mostly Instagram. It's Mechanic on all socials. Mechanic logged it on all socials. I don't know if you can see that. Boop, 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 boop. All socials except Twitter. It's Mechanic G. But yeah, also follow Zero Logic, Zero.Logic on Instagram, Zero Logic Gaming on Facebook. Join us if you want a cool group of people who's cool and fun to hang out with and whatever. Always looking for like-minded people. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Those that didn't stop by,